Okay, we've discussed the lapel. We're going to move a little higher. As he grabs higher, he controls a different nexus of joints, this being our head and neck, those vertebrae. From here, we can simply release it by sliding our hand behind our own neck. So we slide our hand behind our neck. We can't pressure up because his elbow's down. That's muscle against muscle. But if we raise our elbow up, now I'm behind my neck, raise our elbow up, all we have to do is lever off. So he grabs high, we don't like this. Slide this behind your neck and lever off. Ah, well, now we're moving into counter grasping. We can just lever down. But if we release, we release, now a counter grasp again. How sad. If we confirm it in place, how to confirm it in place? Do you remember here, we wind around, keeping his grasp in taut. We can do the same thing here. As we come over, just roll it tight against the elbow and pinch your ear to his hand. Here, his wrist is back in this position. So we're in tight, keep it in. Now we're back into this jacket fencing. He could still keep a hold, but what we have is this grasp on his jacket. Think of it as this, but very tight in. Behind, lever, tight. Now we can throw him if we want. We can release and counter grasp. This is a good control position because our elbow is underneath his, turn this way, and our shoulder's tight. So we can come right underneath him and chuck him if we wish. Or we can just take him for a roll underneath and work. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Front belt grab attempts to control the lunar plexus. We looked at the solar plexus. We looked up with high collar at the head and neck. Let's jump down to the front belt grab. Now, the first is if we just want to release this. Remember the screwing arms that we worked on in the beginning. Come underneath, hold. Come underneath his own arm, screw across his elbow as you screw over on his wrist. Look again. He doesn't like this. If we try and keep him here, he'll squirm, he'll be spasmodic, and he'll do everything possible to hurt us. But if we give him egress, it'll slip right off. He'll move away from it because that's the way the body functions. So his body wants to let go, and then we can do with him what we please. So the release is rather simple. Slide down underneath, cause both joints to contract, then rotate. It pops off. Very simple. If we want to confirm his grasp in place, come up underneath and bend the wrist. Keep this tight. Then we have him in underneath his elbow. This is nice and tight. Keep this confirmed, and you can throw him if you choose, or just walk him. And the last is the counter grasp to come underneath, come underneath, pop it off. Now look where we are again. We're back into this 2-on-1 arm position. This time we have a pec lat lock on him. If we counter grasp in this way, we're here. We switch, counter grasp, we move. Keep him tight, spread his legs out, and then submit him in several different ways. You can use your own ingenuity if you control him on the way down and secure that appendage through the whole maneuver. just a little scoot. We're going to be discussing the lower body later in the series with Joint Mass Center. But here we are. We're moving. Collapse the elbow, come up underneath. Counter grasp, underhook, overhook, cross grab, where to screw him. Counter grasp. His body wants to move that way. So if you start to get loose, relax, he's trying to control your pelvis by dominating the lunar plexus. Come up underneath, pass his arm. Now, what you do from this point is your choice, as long as you understand where the triangle points are.